Well, there's a restaurant in Henning, Minnesota that specializes in bringing food from its farm to patrons' tables. Brittany and Steven Springer first opened the Farmstand in an effort to open Central Minnesotans' eyes to the many benefits organic meat and produce can present. Reporter Miles Walker has more on the family farm and restaurant for this week's In Business Report.
While the Cornerstone Farm did not open until 2008, agriculture has always been a vital part of Steven and Brittany Springer's lives.
I don't really think that we chose agriculture. I think that it kind of just chose us.
My grandpa had beef cattle. When my brother and I were little, my mom gave each of us a calf. That's kind of how it all started. The values that they were instilling would be responsibility, you know, and be able to care for the animal.
Now, 17 years later and 7 kids later, the farm has since evolved from just a few cattle to far more.
When we started our produce, that's when it kind of really took off.
We went from having a few beef cattle to having 70 head of beef cattle and pigs and chickens, and raising the chickens for meat and eggs, and then we found a produce market.
But agriculture does not come without challenges, and the Springer family has navigated past its fair share of hurdles, including multiple barn fires killing thousands of dairy goats. However, the setback led to purchasing a food truck, which ultimately showed the Springers the need for a farm-to-table restaurant.
It used to be that all across the countryside, every single house would have a little farm. Agriculture has gotten to be where you need to be so large that it's not sustainable for a family to just sustain themselves. Having farm direct farms still offering those things to those people who can't do that is definitely necessary, especially for the people who would like to know where their food comes from.
While the farm stand did not originate as a goal for the Springer family, it has evolved into a reliable source for organic eats within Henning and beyond, abiding by its core values, ensuring that those it serves know exactly what the food is and who the farmer or farmers are.
When you go to the grocery store and you're buying food, you don't know how that food was raised. You don't know what it was fed, how the animals were handled. The only way of knowing that is to get to know your farmer, know their heart, know how they take care of their animals. It really develops a sense of family and community when you know those things and you know your farmer and you know your food.
Reporting in Henning with this week's In Business, Miles Walker, Lakeland News.
And the Springer family has many ideas in mind for expanding the farmstead and the Cornerstone Farm, such as bringing dairy goats back to the farm in the future.
Lakeland News is a nonprofit news organization. Donate to Lakeland PBS today to support your local news team.